intentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in a vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create, you're my muse. The kind of smile that makes the news. Can't nobody.
Okay, we're good to go. What is up, my beautiful, sexy bastards? I hope everybody is okay. I am really impatient because, okay, so as some people that are closest to me, or as some of the people that are closest to me know, I'm a huge fan of the Stony Yellow triplets. If you don't know who they are, they're triplet brothers that basically document their life. That's basically what they do. And they went on a tour earlier this year, and I got to go, but I only got to meet them for 5 seconds. So, but they're going on another tour again, and I'm waiting for them to post the cities and the dates. But they won't do that until 5:30, so I still gotta wait a few more hours. And I'm just post the fucking just post the cities and the dates, please, because I need to know if they're coming to San Antonio. Because I'm gonna be so sad if they don't come back to San Antonio. So yeah, I'm feeling good, but I'm really impatient and just waiting until 5:30 for when they do for when they do post the cities and the dates. Anyways, today we are going to be doing They're a 10, but pretty sure you guys know how this works, but for those of you that don't, it's basically where you're given a prompt or a situation or whatever, and then you decide if you want to change the rating or keep it the same. So yeah, there's that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I wrote some down, and I have a habit. I didn't feel like getting it because it's behind my bed in my cabinet. I was like, we're just gonna use this, but I wrote down some prompts and we're gonna draw them out. So basically how we did it in the Q&A video. So we're gonna draw them out and then we'll go from there. Alright, let's get into it. He's a 10 but calls you mommy. Oh. I'm gonna say a 2. A 2 because I don't like being called mommy. That's just mommy's not my thing. Anything but mommy. But yeah. A 3, no, a 2, because no, I don't like being called mommy, and we're just gonna leave that at that. Next one. He's a 5, but he's organized. Honestly, that's a 10. I love somebody who's organized. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Not saying you have to be super, super coordinated, but it helps, As long as you're pretty organized for the most part with most things in your life, then it's fine, But yeah, I would say a 10. A 10 for sure, because I love somebody who's organized, Next one. He's a 10 but follows a bunch of random Insta models. That is a 0 because that, yeah, we're in a relationship, but it's why are you following a bunch of Instagram models, that, honestly, I would feel like I'm competing. I would feel like I'm in competition with these fucking random ass Instagram models. That's a little sus. You know what I'm saying? Next one. He's a 10 but acts like a baby when he doesn't get what he wants. Ugh, 0. It's if you're the kind of person that has never been told no your whole life, and then when you don't get what you want and you just throw a fucking tantrum like you're a 5-year-old. I don't do all that. Especially it's even weirder when you're an adult doing it. No, absolutely not. There's a time and a place for all that. Well, actually, no, there's no time and place for all that. You shouldn't even be acting like that. The hell, But yeah, like I said, if you're the type of person that has been told no your whole life and don't take no for an answer, you need to reevaluate and fix yourself completely. But yeah, 0, because we're adults here. Act like it. Act like your age. Okay? Okay. He's a 10, but is still hung up on his ex. 0. Because why are you even talking to me if you're still hung up on your ex? Clearly, you obviously are still hung up on them, so what the fuck? Yeah, 0. Next one. He's a 10, but talks about his ex a lot. Just like that one. 0. Because, like, okay, when it comes to, like, when you're in the talking stage with someone and, you know, when both people, like you and the person that you're on a date with, bring up, like, old partners and stuff like that, for me, I personally don't care who you, like, messed around with or who you were with before, unless if it's somebody that is, like, just, like, fucking crazy and just, like, I don't even know, but just, like, somebody who just, like, has outrageous behavior and is and is harmful to others and themselves, or not themselves, but to others, then I don't care who you mess around with, unless if they're, like, psychotic or just, like, crazy, you know, like, type of deal. Then I mean, I really don't care who you like in the past. But if you're talking about, but if we're past the talking stage and, you know, things are going great and we're dating and stuff like that, and then it becomes more serious as time passes on and you're still talking about your ex, I'm leaving, because, like, clearly you're still hung up on your ex because of the fact that you keep talking about them a lot, you know? So, yeah, 0. He's a 10, but his place is a total mess. 1. 1. I cannot, look, man, if you're gonna invite me over to your place, make sure I mean, you have guests coming over, and this doesn't even just apply to, like, a date that you're bringing over. This just applies to any guest that comes over to your house, you know? Like, I don't want to walk in and, like, there's, like, stuff and trash everywhere, especially if it's, like, if it's dirty, messy. Oh, no. I'm not stepping foot in your fucking place at all. Like, no. That is just that's not even a 1. That's a 0. Flat out 0. 0. 0. He's a 10, but he's immature. Um, mm, I'd say I don't want somebody who's, like, super serious, but I also don't want somebody who can't be serious. You know, you gotta have, like, a mixture of both. So I would say, honestly, like, I would say a 7, 7.5, because, like, I mean, just like I said, you don't have to be serious all the time, but, like, there's times where you need to be serious. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would say about, like, 7, 7.5. He's a 6, but remembers everything about you. 10. 10. A 6, 10. Because, like, that, oh my god, that means a lot more to me than anything, honestly. Because if you I just feel like that also goes with, like, also friends and stuff like that. But I feel like it's just more significant. Well, no. No, it's significant in both instances, you know, with the friend and with the partner. But yeah, absolute 10, and they remember everything about you. That's a 10 in my eyes, because that shows that you were listening. And yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say about that. So yeah, a 10. I keep pushing. I'm sorry if you see me, like, keep, like, pushing these up. These like keep falling down to, like, the bridge of my nose, and I have to, like, constantly, like, readjust them on my face. Anyways, he's a 10, but has no ambition. That is a 0, because you mean to tell me you, like, I mean, why? Like, I mean, yeah, I would say a 1. Like, it's, like, very, very low. Like, you have no ambition to do anything. Like, I can't. That's just, like, not fair that I'm ambitious. Or no, that's not even fair. That's just, like, crazy. You have no ambition, but I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of us had to have that drive, that motivation towards whatever it is, you know, or just with pretty much anything, really. But yeah, absolute one. Yeah, absolute one. He's a 10 but has cheated before. Zero. God. I really don't understand why people stay with the cheater. Like, and this also goes for girls too. Like, this isn't even just guys, but it's mostly guys that cheat. Anyways, because like, when a person cheats the first time, what do you think they're gonna do the times after that? Like, again, when a person cheats, they're bound to do it again. Like, that's why, like, I just, yeah, we, like, when you cheat, we are through. I'm not talking to you again. Pack your stuff and get the hell out. I might end up slashing your tires and doing some other damage that I can't say on here, but you get the gist. Yeah, absolute zero. You cheat on me, we are through. Don't care to know the context. You're gone. You're gone. Okay? Okay. He's a 4, but dresses well. Honestly, that's a 10. That is a complete 10. Well, okay. No, that's definitely a 10 because that's something I look for in a person. It doesn't have to be like completely like coordinated, but as long as you dress well to make a first or to make a good first impression, then yeah, that's a 10, you know. I'm not saying you need to be like completely like starched out, what the fuck. I'm not saying you have to like have like complete ironed pants and shirts and stuff like that. But I mean, as long as you dress well and you present yourself well, then that's a 10 in my book. So, yeah. He's a 10 but acts entitled. Ugh, zero. It's just, look, man. When you act like you're better than everybody else, that's just, no. Can't do that. Like, don't flatter yourself, okay? Like, you are no better than anybody else, alright? And that's that. He's a 10, but most of his friends are girls. I, like, wrote this weird. Honestly, that's a 5 in my book because kind of like the Instagram or following a bunch of random Instagram models. Oh my god, um, it just I would just feel like I like it would just be weird, you know, like it's just not saying that you can't be friends with girls, but like I would just feel some kind of way. Like I would feel like I'm in not competition, but like I just feel like if I'm with a guy and like the majority of his friend group consists of girls and whatnot, and I had this perfectly like thought out in my head, and then now like my mind just went blank. Um, oh, okay. If I'm with a partner, and the majority of his friend group consists of a bunch of girls and whatnot, the minute that I start feeling like a second option, or I feel left out, I'm leaving automatically. I'm leaving, like no questions asked. I'm leaving because I'm supposed to be your main priority. So like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would definitely keep a closer eye on my partner if that was the case, but I wouldn't like well, it depends. It really depends. But yeah, I'd say a 5. 5 for sure because it's not a complete red flag, but it's something to be aware and like just like careful about, you know? So yeah. He's a 6 but has a car and can drive. That is a 10 in my book because in one of the videos that I mentioned, I had like mentioned that I don't know why I said it like that. Um, I had mentioned like one of the things I like look for in someone is like they have to have their own car or is in the process of getting one. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Sorry. um, but yeah, but like oh my god. I just think because then that means that we can just do like a bunch of stuff, you know, like yeah. I I'm like I don't even know where the fuck I'm going with this. I'm like all over the place. I'm so sorry. But a 10 if he has a car and if he can drive because you know that means more dates and late night drives. You know what I'm saying? He's a 10 but rude to staff service. 0. And this isn't even just with the partner. This is with anybody. Like that is a like why are you being rude to someone that's just like trying to do their job? Like I work in customer service and the fucking like customer service is just mentally challenging, okay? Like if you like no one anyone who's never worked in customer service does not understand or will never know what it's like to deal with like just outrageous people. Like it's fucking crazy. Yeah, so like I speak from, you know, obviously experience because I work in customer service. But yeah, absolute 10 if you're rude to staff service because like why are you being rude to someone that's like trying to do their job, you know? He's a 10 but has no social media. Oh. Uh, hmm. I don't know how I don't know how I feel about that one. Honestly, wait, I feel like I'm too low. Let me like yep, I was too low. Oopsie, sorry. I was like, why am I so low? Um, I feel like that's like a 6, honestly, because like it's not super weird to not have social well, no. I I don't know. I would say like like a 5.5, 6. Because it's not I wouldn't say it's not weird, but it's not. I really don't know about this one. I would say, again, 5.5, 6, because it's like, I mean, you gotta at least have one type of social media. I mean, I understand, like, why most people don't have social media and stuff like that. I just think it's kind of odd. Not that I'm judging, it's just like, you know. It really just depends, honestly, but, like, I would probably say, yeah, I would say, like, 5 or 6, because it's a little suspicious, as Daily Syrian would say. He's a 10 but clingy. Clingy is fine to an extent, you know? Like, because some people love when, like, their partner is clingy. But you also have some people that are, like, overly clingy, you know, to the point where it's, like, annoying and it's just like, hey, like, you need to. So I would say, like, an 8, 8.5. It really just depends on how clingy they are because me personally, I don't mind someone who's clingy. I'm actually a fan of that. But the minute you get overly clingy, then that's when I'm gonna have to like just like break it off. But yeah, for the most part, I would say about like a 8, 8.5. I think there's like 3, 4 more in here. I think. Nope, this is a blank one. I don't know why the fuck I put that in there. Sorry. He's a 10 but always late. That is a 0 because okay, it's a little different if you are like if something like if you got caught up with something and whatnot, like if there's like a reason behind as to why you're late, then maybe I'll make an exception. You know, you get stuck in traffic, you know, you have an emergency that you have to deal with or something of that nature, I understand. But if you can't show up on time for anything, especially dates, it's just not gonna work, okay? So yeah, I would say so. Actually, I think I might change my rating on that. I'd say like a, I say a 7, 7.5, because it really just depends on the circumstances. But for the most part, I don't like anyone who's being late. I don't like late people. I don't like people not being on time. It's just no. Oh, this is the last one. He's a 9 but has poor hygiene. 0, 0, and this goes with anybody, not just the guy himself. Like this just goes with anybody because like BO is a fucking no. Like how I just don't understand like the people that just walk around with like funky body odor. Like I don't understand that. Like how are you okay with that? Like Oh my god, unless if you were never taught, what's the, unless if you were, unless if you were never taught to have good hygiene or practice good hygiene, that is a zero, because there's no fucking way in hell that you should be walking around funky and just having this pungent smell just radiating off of your body. That's an automatic red flag. Absolutely not. Yeah. Unless if you've like had not practiced good hygiene or you weren't taught that, there's no fucking way in hell that you should be walking around with like funky ass body odor. Absolutely not. And that was the last one. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you next Tuesday. Be safe, have fun, stay cool, and have a good weekend. Bye.